Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Mal, Maurice, and Earl, and I missed you guys.
Missed you too, man.
Yeah, got to visit some family, got to go on some trips, got to do some fun stuff. Just one thing. I swear, if anybody gets me major tutty stuff because of you, I will go insane. I might even burn it on camera.
You gonna crash out?
I might crash out.
You gonna
As the
write
kids say, I might crash out. But I did miss you guys. And, now that we're done with the Mount Rushmore, we got a few more fun topics. This episode, we're going to be focusing on quarterback rankings. We did that last year. I thought this was a fun episode. We're also going to be doing followed up by quarterback rankings, wide receiver, and then running back rankings before we get to beginning of training camp. Because, guys, guess what? By that time, we're going to be close to, if not beginning training camp at that point, which is exciting for all of us, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Tom's coming.
So here's the deal. We're gonna break it up into groups. So first group is gonna be 32 through 28. Then it's gonna be 27 through 25, 24 through 21, 20 through 16, 15 through 11, 10 through 6, and then 5 through 1. We're just gonna give our list. We're gonna start it off. I'm gonna let Earl go through this 32 through 28 first, and then we'll rotate of who goes first. And so that being said, Earl, who is your 32nd best starting quarterback in the NFL?
32nd quarterback in the NFL. I have Tyler Shough. I think
Shuck.
it's called Shuck.
I don't know why they make it sound Shuck.
Tyler
They say Shuck. Say Tyler Shuck on TV, so that's what I'm going with.
Yes, I have him 32 with the New Orleans Saints.
Hold up, but Maurice, did you just do a Pokemon reference? Tyler Shuck, I choose you. Shuck, I choose you. Go, Shuck.
Oh,
I love it.
That man.
Yo, that's wild. I love it though. Okay, so you got Tyler Shuck 32. Who's 31st?
Anthony Richardson, quarterback for the Colts.
Okay.
Next is J.J. McCarthy at 30.
Mm-hmm.
I have Joe Flacco at 29.
Okay, yep.
And Cam Ward at 28.
So, I will say my list has all those same players, maybe not in that order. Mal, what about you?
Yeah, so 32, I had Tyler Shough. I'll preface this with you guys know how I did my rankings last year. I don't put rookies above people who have played in the NFL before, okay?
Mm-hmm.
31, I had Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
30, I had J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
All right.
29, I have Mr. Aaron Rodgers himself.
Yo!
Hey,
okay.
Wow.
Hey, Aaron, you in the doghouse. Let's go. Okay.
He needs to get his act together. I'm over him. 28, Joe Flacco.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I have Aaron Rodgers higher, but I understand where you're coming from. And Mal, while it's not my intention to do this, I actually did I did end up doing what you did, having the two rookie quarterbacks bottom of the ranking, just because I don't know. I wasn't wowed by either one of these guys in college to the point where I thought these guys are better than guys in the NFL automatically. So Tyler Shuck, number 32. 31 is Cam Ward. 30, Anthony Richardson. Look, Cam Ward almost got Anthony Richardson in my ranking, Earl. I almost went with you on that one, but I couldn't do it.
I put my rankings in tiers, so you'll see where I go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I did my ranking of who would I rather have, and I started from 1 and worked all the way.
Yeah, kind of same. Mm-hmm.
So then 29 is J.J. McCarthy because he's kind of a rookie because he didn't play, but we know that he's at least better than Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
And then 28 is Joe Flacco. I love Joe. I wish he could be higher on this list, but he's like 39, 40.
Yeah.
He's getting up there.
He's not
bringing the Browns to the Super Bowl, that's for sure.
He's not going to be the starting quarterback at the end of the season for the Browns.
Yeah.
That's what we know for sure.
I can tell you what, he's doing whatever he can for his team, unlike an Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Whoa, now. We got to put some respect on Aaron Rodgers.
Where?
No, not anymore. No
He's
more.
a future Hall of Famer.
Nope. I don't care. Not here, not now.
The only thing I know from him is discount double check.
Yeah.
So.
He's out here doing retreats in the darkness and taking 9 years to sign with teams when he's like washed. Like baby, ain't nobody got the time for you no more.
Man had
He
it all.
said, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Well, he did
Excellent.
say that this is more than likely his last year.
Okay, good.
Good.
End of an era.
Okay, so Maurice, who you got? 32
All right,
through
so
28.
I have Tyler Shuck as my 32nd quarterback. These two quarterback positions, and 31, I have Flacco for the Browns. These two quarterback positions are, as of right now, maybe in flux. We don't know if
Fair.
Shuck is the starting quarterback. I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, Derek Carr
Could
did
be
it.
Spencer Rattler.
It could be. Derek Carr abruptly retired. I mean, he had an injury, but kind of out of nowhere he retired. And the Browns, we don't know what's going to happen with them. They drafted two quarterbacks.
Can we pause for a second? I just want to say, people don't love Derek Carr because he didn't win, but he was a really good quarterback.
He was okay.
He was above average. He was an above average quarterback. Considering his brother, no offense, Mal, I know his brother played for you guys.
Who? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Derek Carr's brother, David Carr.
I don't care. He was a backup, whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, he was better than his
Derek Carr
brother.
did
And
more than David.
I thought he never got the right situation for him. Anyway, go. Yeah, but to your point about the Browns, you're absolutely right, Maurice.
Yeah, we don't know. Dylan Gabriel, Shador's got to stay out of the vehicles for a little bit.
I was about to say he needs to stop driving for a little bit.
Yeah, get a chauffeur or something.
Ride a bike.
30th, I have Justin Fields.
Ooh. I don't have him that low, but I understand it.
No, I'm telling you, Maurice probably has him that low because he's going to get Jetsitis.
It's a bad culture right now with the Jets.
Yeah.
When was the last time they had a good quarterback?
I mean, Aaron Glenn
Never.
is a good head coach. I mean, I like Aaron Glenn as a culture guy, so I'm hoping that he becomes a good head coach.
It was Mark Sanchez. That was a while ago.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
Good old
Was he
Buffalo.
really a good quarterback, or did he just
He
have a
took them to two
defense that could
championship games.
Was that him, or was that the defense?
It was
Well,
the
I mean,
running
he still
back.
took them there. Don't have this debate, me, Lucas.
Okay.
Don't go
Anyway,
there.
so 29. You said 30th is Justin
30.
Fields.
Yes.
30. Okay.
My 29th quarterback is Russell Wilson.
Wow. I'm not that. I'm not even that mean. I'm not even that mean. Okay.
No, it's okay. I put Rodgers that low, so it's fine.
I think Russell Wilson's kind of washed. I mean, we're already having this debate. Should Jackson start?
Is that because Russell Wilson is bad, or is it because the New York media loves to have shiny new things?
Honestly, Maurice, keep that same energy when the Eagles lose twice to the Giants this year. Two runs. Thank you. Thank you.
Last time I was
Mark
on,
it.
Mal had no optimism, and now Mal's talking fire, and I
She's
love
standing
it.
on something.
I
like
still
it.
have no optimism, but I gotta play along. I gotta have fun.
Okay.
It's a situation we're in. Yeah.
All right, and 28th is Caleb Williams.
Who?
Okay.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb
Oh,
Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Williams.
Oh, you have him low. Okay.
I haven't
right.
seen anything yet from Caleb Williams.
Okay.
That's
And
fair.
he had a good team.
Yeah.
He had a
All
really
right.
good team.
Well, he had a terrible head coach.
Fair.
Yeah. All right, Mal. Who's your 27th through 25th? Only 3 players here.
Okay, so moving forward, I'm gonna say from the 27 to the 20 range could really be interchangeable. I need to see more from all of these guys. Okay.
Okay.
So number 27, I actually had Daniel Jones as the starter, but that doesn't change the position. I would put Anthony Richardson here.
Okay.
And I also had put Daniel Jones there. Number 26, I had Bryce Young.
Okay.
And number 25, I had Caleb Williams.
Okay. All right. Fair. For 27th, I had Trevor Lawrence. I don't have much faith in him at this point. Him and Daniel Jones basically have the same career numbers in the same amount of years.
How about that?
Yeah, right.
With the same amount of success, honestly.
Yeah,
One playoff win.
Their numbers, if you did like a blind, you wouldn't be able to pick them apart.
Yeah.
So Trevor Lawrence is there. Justin Fields is at 26. I want Justin Fields to succeed. I do. I like him. We'll see. He does have a better offensive line. He does have better weapons. It's up to him now. And then I have Kyler Murray 25. I like Kyler's okay. He's good. It just he hasn't really flashed since his rookie year. He hasn't made progress. He hasn't gotten worse. He just hasn't made progress.
Okay.
Maurice, who do you got?
At 27th, I have Anthony Richardson. I need to see more. I actually think Anthony Richardson is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I think that should be the obvious move for them going forward.
Is he a better quarterback? I don't know.
I really don't know.
So, like, hot take, and I know I've been poo-pooing on Daniel Jones the whole entire time, and I have Anthony Richardson as a starter because he was the 4th overall pick by them, so they have to start him. That's the way I see it, at least. But, like, I think Daniel Jones is actually a better quarterback at this point of his career.
This is something that I can see, though, too. Like, the AFC South is not a strong division. You have the Titans, brand new with Cam Ward. You have the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence, who are really hot garbage. And you have the Texans, who, C.J. Stroud went into a little bit of a slump last year. Daniel Jones very well could win that division,
a slump
which is crazy
is 3,800 yards and still over 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, no. I understand. But and I have Stroud ranked pretty high. But the success of his first season wasn't the same as this next season. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So in the end, there could be a battle in that division with Indianapolis. That's all. You never know.
Okay. Stroud got humbled this season. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Okay. After Richardson, I have Bryce Young. He would have been lower on this list, but he did have a good second half. Second half of the season.
He's at 26?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 25, I have J.J. McCarthy. Technically a rookie, but he's jumping into a really good Vikings team. Taking over for Sam Darnold. There's a lot of potential there. We'll see. He can go up or down next year, but right now, I think that's a good spot for him. And 25
was the last one. Yeah.
Is Cam Ward.
Okay. You got him kind of high, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Earl, who's your 27 through 25?
My 27th, I have Michael Penix Jr.
Okay, fair.
Number 26, kind of had about the same, was Bryce Young.
Okay.
And 25, I have Justin Fields.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right, so Justin Fields seems like the second from bottom tier for most of us, except for Mal, right? No, yeah, Maurice had him.
No, like I said, from 20 to 27, it's all subjective.
Yeah,
they all could be interchanged.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so next is 24 through 21. And I got this group. So I'm going to start out with 24. I have Michael Penix Jr. Okay. Look, I think that he has some real flashes. We just didn't see enough to know exactly how good he's going to be, right? Mm-hmm. We got to see a full season and whether or not he can stay healthy, right? 23, Russell Wilson. I think that he has some good weapons here. I don't think he's a bottom of the barrel quarterback. I mean, he did win good amount of 5 games. He won 5 and 6 last year as a starting quarterback. That's not terrible. It's not the worst. So I'm going to give, and he has more weapons in New York than he did in Pittsburgh. So especially guys that can catch deep balls. Like he basically just had George Pickens, and that was about it. Maybe one of the Calvin Murphy or Calvin Booth or whatever his name is. No, Calvin Booth is a GM in the NBA. But no, whatever his name is. Anyway, Maurice knows who I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway,
it's funny.
And then so I have Russell at 23, Aaron Rodgers at 22.
Too high, lower.
Look, the guy outside, he had a rough beginning of last season, but he did put up decent numbers, and who knows, after people who coming off an Achilles injury, especially a guy in his 40s, let's give him a season before we just say that he's poo-poo for good, okay? And then 21, I got Drake May. At 21. I like what I see. He still seems like a really raw talent, though. That's my thing.
I think he showed some flashes. I'll say that.
So that's my 24 through 21. Maurice, you're up next.
All right, so my 24th is Sam Darnold. Like I said, last year he was a good quarterback. He played with the Vikings. He's moving to the Seattle Seahawks. And we'll see.
I had him a lot higher. I actually had Sam Darnold a lot higher. I feel bad about how high I have him, to be honest.
We're going to find out if that last season was an anomaly for him, or
asterisk.
We're going to see. Because that was the only great season he ever had. So he was a Jets quarterback, and he was bad with the Jets. So
Well,
see.
the Jets make everybody look bad.
He did have
why I had Justin
some
Fields
good
so long.
receivers at Minnesota.
Yeah, they had weapons in Minnesota. That's why I think McCarthy is going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay.
Who's number one wide? Jackson. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't even want to try.
Jackson Smith Njigba.
Yeah, thank you. That's their number one. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we don't know. All right, 23.
Wide receiver 2.
23. I have Brock Purdy.
Okay.
He had a down season last year, but he got a new contract. We're going to see what the 49ers do this year. We'll see if they can bounce back or not. But Brock Purdy, when they were fully healthy 2 years ago, he was a top 10 quarterback. So, what are you going to say? 22, I have Michael Penix. Once again, he showed some flashes. I think he's going to take another step forward this season. I do like his game. And they got a nice young core there, too, in Atlanta. And 21, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Pretty much for what Lucas said. I expected more from Trevor Lawrence when he came from Clemson. But he hasn't really showed that breakout. He hasn't had that breakout season yet. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's my 24-21.
Earl?
All right, I have 24. I have Drake May. I think this time he has a chance to step up. 23, I have Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he plays a little bit better, especially coming off that injury. 22, I have Caleb Williams.
Okay.
He has the weapons. He just got to get that next season under his belt. And 21, I have Trevor Lawrence. Okay. I think I've seen a big decline for him, but I don't know. Maybe he might do better elsewhere because Jacksonville ain't it for him.
Mm-hmm. Jacksonville. One is Jacksonville. I think the last time they made the playoffs outside of Trevor Lawrence was Blake Bortles.
Yeah. I mean, they had a defense. Like, they had Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, they had some other guys up there as well.
Whatever happened to Blake Bortles? Gosh, okay. You could ask that about a lot of prospects from Jacksonville. I was a big Justin Blackmon fan, but then just didn't work out. Mal, who do you have for your 24 through 21?
Yeah, so 24 through 21. 24, I have Michael Penix Jr. 23, I have Drake May. 22, I have Justin Fields. And 21, I have Russ.
Okay, fair. So I think Russell Wilson is everybody's already named Russ on their list, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all agree that Russell.
You haven't, bro?
Oh, you haven't.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he believes in my quarterback. T.
Okay.
I ain't said that at all.
This also counts as a double, NFC East quarterback ranking episode 2. So, that's not just NFL, but NFC East. So, it's a 2-for-1. Anyway,
Oh no.
What?
No, we'll talk about it later.
Did I do something?
I just know one of you is not going to like me.
It's probably going to be me. It's
probably
probably
me.
gonna be me.
We'll see. See.
Okay. All right. Did everybody get through? Okay, yeah. So, Maurice, you are taking 20 through 16.
All right, so 20, I have Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, I got a little bit more respect for Rodgers than a lot of you guys do here.
Hey, I had him at 22. Okay.
I think he's going to go out on a high note. I think, especially with that revamped Steelers offense.
I don't know if I would have traded Minka Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey and Juno Smith.
That's defense, but yeah, that's kind of questionable. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they did get Jonas
Smith is a tight end.
Yeah,
I know, but they already drafted a tight end a few years ago who's supposed to be good.
Freiermuth's good.
Yeah, he's good. So why did you need to get another?
Maybe
you don't need another one.
Lucas, you can do well with 2 tight ends.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
think
anyway.
of the personnel.
And for a quarterback like Rodgers, I think he'll benefit.
Okay. Fine. We'll see.
All right, 19, Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I don't know really what to say about Kyler Murray.
That's my thing, right? There's not. He's just kind of here. He's not bad. He's just not good.
He's not great either.
Yeah, he's just like he is the epitome of an average dual threat quarterback, if I've ever heard of such a thing.
Yeah. Hopefully, Marvin Harrison Jr. takes a step forward. That would help him. He got swole. He got
swole. He ate his Wheaties this offseason.
All right. 18.
Had them granola bars.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them. 18. Drake May.
Okay.
I'm high on Drake May. I think the system is going to really work well for him in New England. We'll see. Well, I seen some good flashes in him. I'll say that.
Okay.
17. Bo Nix.
Okay.
Same thing. Kind of same thing as Drake May. I've seen flashes. I think the system is going to work for them to succeed. And 16th, I have Geno Smith.
I have him higher, but I understand.
Yeah, he's going to a new team, the Raiders. I like Geno Smith as a quarterback. I think he's like the upgraded version of Kyler Murray in the sense that he's not worse, he's not terrible, but he's above average.
Yeah, he's I would say he's the best example of a quote unquote game manager in today's NFL.
Okay. All right, fair. All right. So that's
he's
my
like
16.
Alex Smith right now. Like that's a decent comp, I would say.
I like that.
But he can throw the ball deeper.
Yeah.
All right. Earl, who do you got? 20 through 16.
I have 20. I have Russell Wilson. I think change of scenery will help him out. He's got a couple of weapons, and respectfully, yeah. 19, I have Bo Nix. I really liked his first year. Just got to see how he does in his second year. He definitely's got a coach that can work with him, and he definitely got some pieces. Defense is solid as well. 18, I have Sam Darnold. The reason why I got him at 18, he had a really good season with the weapons he did have. We just got to see how it plays out because he's in Seattle, right?
Sam Darnold, yeah, he's in
Seattle. So he has Jackson Smith-Njigba.
He could be the one. He could be the one that busts down just this list so bad at the end of the year.
Yeah,
right. I think if they would have kept DK, I could see him having some upside. But with Njigba still there, he's basically the number one, and he can get there. But at the same time, I think they need to work on their run game a little bit more.
Well, they let Tyler Lockett walk too. By the way, has he signed anywhere? I don't think he.
Nope.
Earl. Cowboys. Tyler Lockett, number 3. Number 3.
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm just saying it could work for you guys.
I'm satisfied right now.
Okay, okay. Just saying.
Yeah. So 17, I have Jordan Love. And 16, I have CJ Stroud.
Okay. All right. Mal.
Yeah. So 20, I have Trevor Lawrence. 19, I have Sam Darnold. 18, I have Kyler Murray. 17, I have Brock Purdy. And 16, I have Geno Smith.
Okay.
I think they're my tier of, okay, we'll see what they do.
Okay.
I respect it.
Okay. So my 20 through 16, Sam Darnold, number 20.
Okay.
19, Bryce Young. I actually really liked what I saw from the second half of the season from Bryce Young. I really did.
Yeah.
After he got done benching, I thought that he showed some real improvement. I know Caleb Williams got sacked the most times last year, but I'm going to give that more to, like, he still put up some good numbers, so I'm going to put that more on coaching than him. I got him at 18 here.
No, that's fair.
But I think Bo Nix had a better season, so I have him at 17 as well. As Maurice, I have him at 17 as well. And then I got 16 is Brock Purdy. Game manager. You know, he's a system quarterback. I think we're getting into, if I had to put Brock Purdy at 16 through 11, I would say system guys, like elite system quarterbacks are going to be that tier for me, even though I'm not really doing tiers, but that would be it.
Okay.
Okay, Earl, we're back down to you, 15 through 11.
Alrighty. This is going to be my tier of underrated where potential could have upside.
Mm-hmm.
So 15, I have Kyler Murray. 14, I have Geno Smith. I think he's going to do well. 13, I have Brock Purdy. 12, I have Dak Prescott. 11, I have Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay.
I won't lie, I just jumped out of my chair when I heard Dak at 12. What can you talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised by that too.
Yeah, for me, I went with where I'm anticipating the quarterbacks will be without fully jumping on my bias.
So
Where-
you're doing projections. You're doing projections.
I
for
did
your-
projections
Gotcha.
where I understood what they did last season, and I'm not knocking that at all, but I'm seeing where they will start at the beginning of the season. I believe that where I have Dak at now, I think he can exceed that and move up. But for right now, I would rather him work with what he has with the weaponry in that. But also at the same time, I believe he's going to have a bounce back year. I understood when he broke the bone in his leg the first time, he came back and balled out that year. And pretty much with that, even with a short amount of hand, he was second in voting with MVP. Should have got comeback player of the year after the injury. I think he's going to have one of those comeback player of the year seasons, and I'm placing him there with the upside, especially being underrated, because I know not a lot of people are respecting him, especially with what he has done, regardless of the postseason. But I still feel that he has that upside that can get to be in the top 10 quarterback.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair.
Mal, what do you got?
Wait. Did he say 11?
Yeah, he said 11.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Tua.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 15, I have Tua Tagovailoa.
There you go.
14, gulp, I have Justin Herbert. 13,
Okay.
I have CJ Stroud.
Okay.
12, I have Bo Nix. And 11, I have Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Well, he got Bo Nix a little high.
So here's my thing with Bo Nix. In the beginning, in his first season, I saw a lot of really good things from him. I think there are guys that have been in the NFL for a long time who are not showing any signs that I can't really vouch for anymore. One of them being Justin Herbert. He's been here for 5 seasons. We keep standing on this hill for him, and he's not producing anything at all. Like, at all. I don't understand the hype anymore. I got it in the beginning. I don't now. That's why I ranked him so low. I think there were others that deserve to be in the top 10 who have proved things that he hasn't done yet in 5 years. That's why he is where he is, and I will stand on that. That's just me.
Fair enough. Okay.
Fair.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's mine. Like Mal, I also had Tua at 15, Geno at 14, Jordan Love at 13, Baker Mayfield at 12, Jared Goff at 11.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's a hot take. Like I said, these guys are the elite game managers. Maybe Baker can do a little bit more than game manage, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Maurice, what do you got?
All right, so we're starting at 15 or 14?
We're starting at 15.
Okay, 15, I have Tua Tagovailoa. He has the talent. I like Tua. It's just that I hate to say this, but he's one concussion away from retirement.
Man, who you telling?
I mean, has there been a player in NFL history that you've been worried about concussions more for than Tua? Maybe Gronk, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's about it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sound.
Too many shots to the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Too many horrific situations of the concussion. I just think moving forward, like, they got to do better at protecting him, and I don't think McDaniels has done that to help him, because that
Their
line has
offensive
gotten
line
killed.
is mid-tier at
Yep.
best.
Yeah, you would think they would prioritize that.
Or
with
if
his
it's
health.
prioritize that they have running backs that can run the ball. It's just
They got good
really-
running backs.
no. I'm saying that whenever Tua drops back, if he gets hit in the back of his head, it's pretty much done, and you got to prevent that.
Yeah.
Who's
Best
their
way
backup?
possible.
Who's their backup this year?
I'm not even sure.
Was it Tyler Thompson?
Maybe.
Maybe
Is it
I think
Skylar?
it's
No, Skylar
Zach
Thompson was
Wilson.
there.
Skylar Thompson.
Zach Wilson. She's right.
Okay.
Oh, Zach Wilson's there.
Yeah.
Like I said, they need to keep Tua healthy, and
me move on.
hopefully don't get to that point.
Yeah.
All right, so 14, I had Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Very good quarterback. I like Baker. 13, I have Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
That might be a little too low, but the quarterbacks ahead of him, I think, have just had more success, with the exception of Herbert. So I have Stafford there. A little long in the tooth now, but he still got his team to a playoff, so I give him that.
Okay.
12, I have Dak Prescott as well.
Okay.
I had him in the exact same spot as Earl. Last year he had an injury, and he wasn't out. So I look at potential and I look at the success from the previous season. That's how I do my rankings. Dak can definitely get up. I've never said a bad thing about Dak. I like Dak as a quarterback. So he has something to prove this season for sure. And 11, 11, Jordan Love.
Okay.
Yep.
I actually realized that most of my quarterbacks from 15 to 11, you could definitely utilize them as game managers.
Yeah. So far everybody has Russell Wilson as the fourth best quarterback in the NFC East, and so far we have two people saying that Dak is the third. We will see if the other two agree with that. Huh?
Where are you going with this?
No. I'm just giving the listeners a play-by-play because, this is not just an NFL.
Okay.
We're also ranking, indirectly ranking the NFC East. So, we can talk about it afterwards. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm not trying to start nothing.
Oh,
all right. So Mal, you're up 10 through 6.
Okay. Number 10, I have Jared Goff. Number 9, I have Jordan Love. Number 8, I have Dak Prescott. Number 7, I have Matthew Stafford. And number 6, I have Joe Burrow.
Ooh, Joe Burrow not in the top 5.
I don't think he's deserving of that right now.
Okay. All right.
I think there's
That's fair.
5 better than him right now.
Well, I will also say that I have Dak at number 8, but here's the rest of my list. I have Justin Herbert 10, CJ Stroud 9, Dak 8, Matthew Stafford 7, and Jalen Hurts 6. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Maurice, what you got? Okay.
All right. So at 9, I have CJ Stroud.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of potential there. He has a really good team in the AFC South. I think they're by far the best team in the AFC South. But I like the potential there. I'll say that. 8, Justin Herbert.
Okay.
I think Justin Herbert is kind of a media creation. I think he's been pushed by the media more so than anything else. I see him and a couple other guys in the same tier being put in the same spot, and
he's almost I kind of agree with Mal. If it wasn't for the media, he'd probably be in the Geno Smith Tua range, right?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really won anything, so
That's all I'm saying. I just don't consider him in the elite quarterback category anymore. I feel like I've been doing that for 5 years, and I don't know why I've been doing that.
Well, I'll say this. I'm not changing my list, but because I've already stated that he's number 10, but you have convinced me that maybe he is just ever so slightly overrated.
yeah,
Just a little bit. I mean, some of his stats from previous years are pretty good. It's just, I don't know. After all that time in the NFL, you'd think he would have done something and being boosted that high, but he's just not. So
Okay.
maybe Harbaugh helps him out this year.
yeah,
Maybe.
more to come.
Yeah. 7th, I
Only
have
time,
Jared
Dale.
Goff. I think he had a really good season. He had a breakout season, I think. This was his best season by far. The Lions are a really good team, both sides of the football. But Jared Goff had a good year himself. And I can't hate on Jared Goff. Last year I had him a lot lower, but this year he proved himself. He's definitely in that category. Now, the quarterback above him at 6 is the quarterback that beat him in the playoffs. Lucas's guy, Jaden Daniels.
I knew this was going to happen, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with it. I ain't going to hate on it. Nothing but love here. Nothing but love.
Yeah,
Look,
Jaden
I'm not going
Daniels
to be mad.
Jaden Daniels had a great rookie year.
Yeah.
By far, rookie of the year. What can you say about Jaden Daniels? Got a team to the NFC Championship game. Can't hate on him. He had a great year.
You know what I
Snoop
can
Dogg.
say? That he's not 32. He was 32nd on Mal's QB rankings last year.
Shots
I told
fired.
you I don't do rookies above anybody when they first come in. It's
But
just
he
not.
wasn't the worst rookie.
It doesn't matter. It's all subjective.
Oh, my bad. She had him 31st behind Drake May and Caleb Williams.
By the way, a great rookie
We all have
quarterback
Bo
class,
Nix
by the way.
32nd, though. I do want to say that.
A really good quarterback class. Rookie quarterback class.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Earl, your top your 10 through 6.
Okay, here we go. All right. I have 10. I have Matthew Stafford. Long in the tooth. Still had a decent season. Pretty much a game manager for the most part.
I mean, his team was the closest to beating the Super Bowl champions, just saying.
And a little bit of snow was like, yeah, we're going to change the game a little bit. But that's no here.
God
That's done.
outrageous.
Mother Nature.
All right. Yep. Can't stop it. I have number 9. I put Justin Herbert there, not because of his play, but more of what Harbaugh can help him become. He's got a dynamic running back coming in, and Harbaugh really orchestrates his team to have a quarterback that can manage the game. He did that at Michigan with McCarthy, but he had a dynamic running back. He had Blake Corum. This time around, he's got Marion Hampton. He's got Najee Harris. So they got some nice running backs there, but it's going to be based on him being able to manage the game. If he does that, the team will get the earnings that they need, but if he doesn't, it's pretty much overrated. The next one I have is number 8. I have Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
He had a decent season. He still's got some weapons to utilize. He can manage the game. 7, I have Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I would have had him a little lower, but for what he was able to do in the postseason, definitely got him up in that top 10, and credit to him.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I just hate the jersey he wears.
Fair enough.
6, I have Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
He had a nice offensive, pretty much a nice
Wait a
rookie
second.
season.
You got number 5 that I'm
Leave
curious.
me alone.
Okay,
Leave me
I'm
alone.
curious. I'm curious,
Let
that's
me finish
all.
my case.
I'm okay.
Okay. So Jaden Daniels, he had a fantastic rookie season. Just got to see what he does this second year. He definitely has some elite play with it. We'll see how he does in the second season.
Okay. And Mal. No, wait a second. We already got.
I
got
went
to-
already.
Oh, then we're good. Okay. So before, yeah, Jaden Daniels is going to be 5 for me. I'm just going to say that now. And I say that before I get into this. So NFC East QB rankings, we basically all have the. Well, no, Maurice had Jaden Daniels below Jalen Hurts, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're the only one, right? Everybody else had. No, wait a second. Mal didn't. We don't know what Mal did. Ooh, I'm curious. I'll wait. So Jaden Daniels is number 5. Look, he was Rookie of the Year, had a case for MVP. Wasn't going to get MVP, obviously, but he had a case for it. Was the only player to actually show up for the Commanders in their game that they got mollywopped against the Philadelphia Eagles in the championship. So
50 burger.
yeah, not his fault. Not his fault.
Fair enough.
Joe Burrow's number 4. You know, all the talent in the world. His defense just needs to actually be a defense. Lamar Jackson, number 3 here for me. I think that's pretty easy for me to make the case there. Number 2, look, I know he won MVP, but he's still not the best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen's number 2 for me. And Patrick Mahomes, until proven otherwise, is still the best quarterback. And I know technically he got beat by Jalen Hurts, but
Yeah, that's no problem.
this team's still dynastic at this point.
Yeah.
Until like they get kicked out of the first or second round of the playoffs, I'm gonna put him number 1.
Yeah.
Or if he just has a really stinky season. So Daniels, Burrow, Jackson, Allen, Mahomes. That's my top.
So you got
5 in
Daniels at number 1.
No, reverse order. I was saying reverse
Gotcha.
order. Yeah,
So you got him at 5.
So Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, Burrow, Daniels in that order. Okay.
Lucas would love to have Jaden Daniels in number 1.
Oh, I know
One
he
day,
would. I know he was
hopefully.
scratching his chin. He was like, man, I really want to put him 1. I want to put him 1, but I got to be fair here.
Gotta be fair. I gotta be unbiased. All right, Mal, who do you got in your top 5? You did not name Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels yet in your top 5, so I'm curious to see what we got.
Okay, the big reveal.
Oh, da da da.
Number 5, I have Jaden Daniels.
Oh.
Obviously,
He's so bad
obviously, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Obviously, a very good first rookie season. No complaints about him there. Great player. Let's see what he does this next season. But top 5's pretty good for being
I'm not
rookies,
complaining about that. I just wish that we almost had a clean sweep. But it's a poll question next week. It's a poll question.
Right.
Does it have to be a poll question?
I think it should be. I think the fans
Because you want to?
I don't think I'm the
about
only one that
anybody
wants to.
Yeah, you do.
Maurice wants to too, right, Maurice? You want to know what the fans think.
Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels right now.
Okay, all right.
Right now.
Okay, all right.
I stand
okay,
that
so
one.
number
Fans are like, to
4.
this day.
Number 4, I do have Jalen Hurts. I have Jalen Hurts number 4. Listen,
Okay.
2 Super Bowl appearances and 1 win in your little tenure here is pretty good on your resume. I think he's earned this spot. I think that, yes, he's had good teams around him, but that doesn't discredit the work that Jalen Hurts has put in to get to that point. So kudos to him. I will give him number 4. Now, the top 3 was hard for me because, listen.
Really?
I know that Patrick. Yeah, it was. I know that
Well,
Patrick
of course, she's
Mahomes,
a Baltimore fan.
No. It's not even about that. I think that Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen had insane seasons last year.
Yeah, they have better overall seasons than yeah.
I think that those two put it all on the line, and they literally broke records, and they were neck and neck in that MVP race. I think Mahomes, yes, took his team to the Super Bowl, of course, and he is the best of our time right now. But I didn't think he was worthy of that number 1 spot.
Ooh.
So yeah. So number 3, I do have Lamar Jackson. Number 2, I only gave to Patrick Mahomes because of the Super Bowl appearance.
Okay, fair.
Number 1 is Josh Allen for me. I think he had a stellar season last year. I think that I really think that was their year to kind of finish it. They wound up not doing it. But a lot goes into that as well. But I think Josh Allen deserved that number 1 spot from last year, and I will stand on that as well. I think he's a fantastic quarterback, and I think that I want to shake things up a little bit. That's all.
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not going to agree with it. I don't disagree with it, but I don't agree with it.
That's
It's the
fine.
same
Like
thing.
I said,
I like what you did, Mal. I understood it.
listen, if I was about to put Lamar Jackson at number 2, listen, I was just more impressed with those 2 guys last year than I was with Patrick Mahomes. That was all.
Okay,
Okay.
That's all.
I get it.
All right. Am I next?
Yes, sir.
All right. So 5, I have Jalen Hurts. No, reigning Super Bowl MVP quarterback. 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. I mean, what else can you ask for from a quarterback? Yeah, so I have him at 5. The 4 quarterbacks above him, I admit, are just simply better quarterbacks in throwing and passing and all of that. So I have Joe Burrow at number 4. I think Joe Burrow is just a better quarterback. And, even though he took his team to the Super Bowl, they didn't win. But still, I think 4 is the perfect spot for Joe Burrow. 3, I have Josh Allen.
Okay.
Even though he's the MVP, I still think Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are still a little bit better than him, and I will explain later. Lamar Jackson, I have that too. He's won multiple MVPs. If there's one quarterback that could change the game the most right now in the NFL, it's Lamar Jackson. And I still have Patrick Mahomes at number 1. Listen, he didn't have the best statistical season, but just off reputation and playing the quarterback position, I still have number 1. And if you want to put Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen ahead of him, cool. But to this date, neither one of them has beaten him in the playoffs. Mahomes has beaten both of them. He's beating Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
When it mattered most.
The only quarterbacks on this list that's beaten Mahomes recently is Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts. And they're also in the top 5. So I like my top 5. Yeah, I still got Mahomes number one.
Okay.
If you had to do a draft of every player in the league, the first quarterback taken is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right,
Fair enough.
Here on this top 5. Okay, so 5, I have Jared Goff. Fantastic season on his part. Boy, it's amazing when you got teammates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. I would have put him at number 1, but I understand. Yeah, he wins games when it matters most. But we also saw what occurred where the 2 Super Bowls he lost dealt with. What was the line? They did not protect him not once.
No.
There's ways where you got to work around that. You can't just complain and say the line didn't do it for me. It's a team sport, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So number 3, I have Joe Burrow. He wouldn't get up there without his boy Chase, without his boy Higgins. Also with the defense he has. Fantastic defense when it mattered most. Pretty much got him to where he needs to be. But him as a quarterback, he has everything you need. Brother just got to stay healthy. But think of it this way. It's a team sport. Number 2, Josh Allen. I understand he's got the MVPs as well. Dynamic guy. But when I need him to manage a game, I need to see him do that more. He's learned. He's grown from that. At the same time, you also got to make sure to manage the game. You can't be chucking the ball, giving it to the other opposition. Like, you got to make sure you maintain focus of the ball. Limit the turnovers. Stay healthy. Continue to be the dynamic guy you can be. Buffalo loves you. Heck, I love you as well, man. But at the same time, you're at 2. You're in the top 5 of my quarterback list. Hey, it's a team sport.
Yeah.
And you already know who number 1 is. Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you can put him as a game changer, that's what he's capable of doing. Sometimes I just want him to slide. But at the same time, I also know with the criticism that he has had, but also shown when he can play where it matters the most, he's done that. But at the same time, he has the running ability, he has the throwing ability, the improvement, where I just think they got to show a little more appreciation with what Lamar Jackson has done. But I really would want to see him get over that hump because he's got all the other awards. He just needs to secure that Lombardi trophy. Yeah. But he's my number 1 on my QB list. I digress.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson is a Super Bowl trophy away from being top 7, 8 quarterbacks ever.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I was gonna say too, though, and I was having this discussion earlier with Kyle that Lamar Jackson is, in my opinion, like one of the best quarterbacks I've seen play, hands down.
Yeah, he's like Michael Vick, but like 2 times better.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, he did everything this past season for Baltimore to win that game against the.
And the only downside I have to it, man, it'd be amazing when your tight ends can be your security blanket and secure the ball.
Right?
Yeah. A lot of things went wrong.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he couldn't control that, but also at the same time, there was mistakes on his part, but he got them back into the game.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to be together as a team. And remember, team sport, y'all.
So, just to review, this has been fun. This actually took us a lot longer than I thought it did, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. Mm-hmm. So, bottom of the NFC East quarterback rankings, pretty simple. Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott. Not to say that these guys are bad, except for somebody had Russell Wilson in the top, bottom 5. I forgot who that was. That was Maurice. But no, I think that first off, so that was easy. But the debate here now is it Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts? We are split 50-50. So I want our fans to vote when we post our poll on Thursday.
He does this. Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh, you're acting like this is a bad thing. This is fan engagement, Earl. Why you gotta hate on the fan engagement, okay?
I think it's more of your engagement, sir.
Okay, look. Both statements can be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And look, if I am proven wrong by the fans, I will humbly accept it until Jaden proves me right. Then I won't be humble. But
and Jaden, you trust?
In Jaden, I trust.
Okay.
But let's go ahead and get to the team news. Now, Earl, is there anything going on with the Cowboys?
No, I'm ready for training camp. I know last week I talked about the Netflix series dealing with the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking about not watching it, but my family's like, yo, you should watch it. But then I'm like, give me 5 good reasons why I should watch it. So they've gave me 4. I'm just waiting for that one. If they're able to find that one, then by all means for it. But I know y'all will want me to watch it because y'all will want me to discuss what takes place.
That's the reason that's the last reason. There you go.
No, it's not. That is not. So
Do it for the pod.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Do it for the pod.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it. But yeah, not many team news. I'm still on the verge. I really want them to pay Micah. #pay Micah now, and let Brian cook. Continue to let that marinate and cook. So, but with that being said, I just want Dallas to gear up for training camp. I'm excited to see what I want. But I got one little rant that I need to get out my system. It's not a crash out, but it's a message directly to the Cowboys. You need defensive one-tech tackles. 340-pounders. Those that can move dirt from the ground. I don't understand the little smaller defensive tackle stuff, those little 3-techs. We need some 1-techs. I digress.
Get yourself a big guy.
We had one, but we ended up letting him go when we picked up Perion Winfrey from the UFL.
You know, you could get Maurice's cousins to come back in.
Oh, Albert Huggins?
Yeah. Is he a 1-tech?
No, he's not.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I just need them
I appreciate the
to.
shout out though.
Oh, there you go.
I think they really need a big guy that can help with Mozzie, and I don't think they're really trying to challenge Mozzie. Where if they think he's gonna have a big year 3, that's where normally for defensive tackles like him progress. And I wish him nothing but the best, but you got to get the competition in there. If he's that much of a threat to Mozzie, then so be it. It's competition. I just don't want politics to take place because I think this team can really do something. We got Pickens on a rental. Don't waste that opportunity. You got a lot of 1 years. Let them do what they can to the very best. Don't waste it.
So, Mal, besides your fan base trying to generate the narrative of starting Jackson Dart right away, anything else going on in Big Blue Country?
Yes, exciting news. Big move, okay? Huge, guys.
I'm holding on to my seat.
Groundbreaking.
I'm ready.
The Dolphins are trading a conditional 2026 to the New York Giants for a 2027 7th-round pick and Darren Waller. Let's go. He came out of retirement. He's on his way to the Sunshine State. Welcome to sunny Florida, Darren Waller. I think you're going to love it here.
Rent is due.
Due.
I remember seeing a video like a couple weeks ago of Darren Waller saying, I remember when I wanted to retire. They had me blocking like a fullback.
Yeah, and listen, like he was going through so much mental stuff with like his divorce and stuff like that when he retired. So I'm glad that he got himself well and made a decision that he did want to come back to football and he wanted to play with Miami. I think he'll do okay there with Mike McDaniel and that team. Miami's got good vibes. They got, a nice little culture over there. So I wish him well. Welcome to the Sunshine State, Darren Waller. Like I said, it's great here. You'll love it. You'll get tan. You'll be chilling on South Beach. You'll live your life. And the Giants got a pick out of it. It helps that we didn't get nothing out of it, so I will take it. Because he wasn't doing anything for us anyway.
Yeah, that pick that you guys sent was conditional, so that you might not even have to give them anything besides that, besides him. So that's cool, too.
Hey, who knows? You might be able to take a picture with him, man.
Hey, listen, I'm 4 hours from Miami, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Could you imagine just me and Tua and Darren Waller, like, what up? I'll let Mike McDaniel in there, too.
Would you take a picture with Tyreek Hill?
And Tony, too.
Yeah, I would. No, not him.
Isn't he in jail right now?
Damn.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Damn. That's
Is he in jail with Antonio Brown, right?
Oh, yeah,
God.
that's right. He's in jail, too.
They're all a mess, all of them.
Yeah.
At least Henry Ruggs got out of jail, though.
Yeah. He's not playing again, though.
He's not
Well,
playing.
I can tell you, Cat Williams foresaw the future. Oh man.
Yeah, you didn't lie.
But that's all I got for the Giants, y'all.
Okay. There's not too much coming on the Commanders front. Obviously, fans are getting angsty about what the throwback uni's going to be like. We don't know.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah, at this point, guys, they're going to reveal it when they're going to reveal it. I'm done being angsty about it. I do want to note, though, that Washington, D.C. Council has yet to vote on the proposed plan to build the stadium. And the Commanders have a soft deadline of, like July 15th, I believe. And if it's not done by then they're worried about the stadium being built by the 2030 season, which also puts them to jeopardy for getting the Women's World Cup there and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's not ready by then, it might not be ready for the 2031 Women's FIBA World Cup, I think.
You need
or the draft.
You need like a good 2 years to build a stadium.
It's going to take longer than that because it's a dome one, too.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to need some time. But, the politicians are like, it's not realistic to get this voted on by them because we have to deal with other budget stuff. But, it might take until August, September to get it done. And if that's the case, does that really put back the Commanders? The Commanders will make the case that it does. I don't know.
That's maybe a drawback of you being in Washington. Because it's more political there than anywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it is what it is. So that's the main stuff.
I think going forward, every stadium, football stadium built is going to have a dome.
I think that's
because everybody wants a Super Bowl.
Well, except for the Browns, by the way, they're moving towards their new dome stadium too. I think.
See, Buffalo had a chance, but they just love the snow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They had it. They had a chance. Like the Jaguars.
Like Buffalo's a city that
have a dome as well.
You need a dome.
Yeah, right. Buffalo, New York. Yeah, you would think
pretty much anything north of Philly,
Washington, Carolinas, maybe. I don't know.
No,
I think it's going to be a drawback for Buffalo to not have a dome because all the cities in the Northeast want to have domes when they build their next stadiums. Philly's probably going to have a dome when they build their next stadium.
I'm actually wondering, if they do decide to do that, do you think they will go artificial grass, real grass, or go back to the AstroTurf?
I'm not sure, but I did see somewhere, Mal, that you guys had real grass in your stadium for a soccer event or something.
Well, we have the final of the World Cup.
Yeah, and
We
I
have
find
it,
that, and then I just saw a lot of Giants fans being putting memes up of Giants players who were hurt, and it was just really.
They're not gonna keep it. It's too expensive to maintain, and you know how Mara and Johnson are. So
wow,
it's
they need
not
to get
happening.
On the
it's
Arizona Cardinals plan.
Wow.
It's not happening. But no,
FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA told us we had to have a grass field for all FIFA qualifying matches, and we also have to have it for the final of the World Cup as well. So that'll be next year, though. More to come.
And you guys can't keep it? That's weird.
We should be. We can. I don't think we will.
The Giants.
What we can do and what we will do are two totally different things.
The Giants are what the vet here in Philly used to be. Their turf was dangerous. Just ask Michael Irvin. That was a terrible field. Now the Giants have probably the worst field in football.
Yeah, and Maurice, I will say this to you guys, and I don't know if you have any team news, but if you guys, the Sixers and the Flyers are getting a new stadium, so technically you guys would be up next in the city of Philadelphia to get a new stadium too.
Can you believe Lincoln Financial Field is 24 years old?
Time is flying, man.
I can.
24 years old.
Yep.
I am 32. I remember when it got built.
Yeah.
I'm 34. I remember Veterans Field and Lincoln Financial.
Maybe another 10 years, and we're talking about another stadium?
I remember when the Cowboys Field was the new stadium was first used.
Yeah,
and everybody was making a big deal about Jerry's giant screen.
Yeah.
It was 2009. I remember that.
Texas Stadium, that was an old mess.
I miss Texas Stadium.
You guys dropped the ball on your new stadium.
But it was a dump, to be honest, bro. That was a dump.
Or you could pull Clippers and build your own stadium separate from the Jets.
That's not going to happen either.
Hey, trust the process.
Yeah, maybe one day. Not anytime soon, though.
All right, real quick. Eagles team news. Just one thing. On July 18th, the Eagles will have the Super Bowl ring ceremony.
Okay.
I think that's
Golf
news.
clap.
I think that's news. I don't know.
Yeah, it is news. It's golf clap news.
Yeah, Lucas did clap
Now-
like a golf clap.
What does
Now,
that mean?
It's like,
Now,
yeah, the
golf
Eagles got
clap,
their
it's
Super
light
Bowl
clap.
ring ceremony.
I appreciate it.
Clap, clap, clap.
But you know
I
what?
could go.
And I think Nick Sirianni and all the players will say the same thing. They get the rings on July 18th, July 19th. Move on. New season. Can't look back. Can't think about the Super Bowl year. It's a new year, new team. Move forward. Let's get another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's get through the social media stuff. Unless Maurice, you had more team news.
No, I'm good.
All right, so getting back to the Eagles mailbag. Anything?
we'll-
Actually, we did have a question.
We did have
didn't
a question. Shout out Ed once again. Which Eagles position groups will provide the most competition and keen interest during training camp?
Ooh.
Most competition, linebacker, because Jacoby Dean is injured right now and Jahai Campbell is a rookie. So we will see who plays next to Zach Bond. Cornerback 2. I've mentioned before, I'm not the biggest Keely Ringo fan. We're going to see how that plays out. They bring in Adoree Jackson. Maybe they bring in somebody else in training camp. We will see. And
Do you think you could move Keely Ringo to safety?
well, they have Reed Blankenship and Makuba. He's a rookie, so we'll see if he could take that position. But
He's got to earn it first.
he got to earn it. I do like his chances, though. I'll say that. I do like his chances, and they still got Sidney Brown as a backup as well. And
Gotcha.
right guard, it's been Tyler Steen's position for a couple years, but he hasn't taken it yet. So we will see where that goes. They got a couple other linemen due to draft and free agency. We're going to see if he can take that position and fill the spot of Mekhi Becton going forward. So
Okay. All right. Well, Earl, it's that time.
Hooray.
I will say at least one person on social. I think it was TikTok that got this right.
I don't know. I'll see if I get this right. This one's definitely a tricky one.
Well, you guys were complaining about last week, so I had to step up my game.
I got you, man. Appreciate it. It's time for Who's That Football Player? They think they got me again. This player played with the Washington Commanders back in the 1980 season. This player had 3 interceptions for 93 yards. 41 yards was the longest on the interception. Had 2 fumble recoveries and 118 total tackles. This player's career awards is a 3-time Super Bowl champion and 1-time
Tackles leader. Total
Tackle.
tackles leader. Yeah.
1-time tackles leader.
Yeah.
Mal, Maurice, as well as myself. Who's that football player?
Dude, I don't even know who played on the Commanders in 1980, honestly. I don't really...
Lucas got me on this
I
one.
will say this player played on the Commanders until 1994.
Lucas he
I
got
was
me on this
3.
one. I'm going to take a stab. I think Earl knows. Dexter Manley.
Earl?
Right. Monty Coleman.
I hate you so much.
Baby, I don't even know who that is. Shoot.
He was our linebacker, starting linebacker
Okay.
for the majority
Hey,
of that time.
linebackers all day, every day. That's my favorite
I don't know
position.
how you know all this, Earl. God bless your soul.
Yeah.
Bless my soul.
Did you
much
ask
Bless
your
your soul.
family member that was a Commanders fan?
Well, I actually talked to them, and they
So you
brought up
did.
my.
So he got.
I
he got
didn't
help.
look. I did not ask about the football player. They were just running players, and they were talking about Monty Coleman, and I was like, "Wasn't he like a linebacker?" And he was like, "Yeah." And they just went into details, and that's how I know. Can't hurt my source of my family. I think they know more than you.
They do. They do. Fair enough. They older than me. Fair enough. All right.
Poll question?
Yep. Poll question.
All right. Which rookie on the Dallas Cowboys will have an immediate impact this season? Tyler Booker, Donovan Ezeraku, Siobhan Ravel Jr., and Jaden Blue. It was a 50-50 split between Booker and Blue.
Yeah, I voted Booker. No, so I voted Blue. Excuse me.
Mal came up with this poll question. I thought it was a pretty good one.
Thank you.
Jaden Blue has
Golf
a
clap.
chance.
Golf clap.
He has a chance to be the number one running back on that team. We'll see.
He does if keep the football in his hands, don't fumble. If he can block, he can pass block, whatever he needs to, so be it. Right now, I actually could see Miles Sanders, shockingly.
Whoa, okay.
Miles Sanders being like sharing, but I think he can be that dynamic guy. Tyler Booker was my choice because I think him being on that line is going to give them immediate juice, especially with being a leader and just lining up with him, BB, Steele, Smith, and Guyton. I think they take a jump with him up there.
Fair enough. All right, so it is trivia question time, and I just want to say this to the Eagles fan that I had to talk to on TikTok. While Andy Reid is known as Big Red, this is not an Eagles question. This is a Giants question. I am not talking about Andy Reid in this case. To read the question now, which former New York Giants head coach has the nickname Big Red?
As an Eagles fan, I do know this answer.
Oh, you do know this one.
do.
As a Cowboys fan, I may know this answer.
As a Giants fan, does Mal know this answer?
I do.
Okay, Mal, who is it?
Alex Webster.
Okay, Maurice.
Alex Webster. The first Big
Earl.
Red coach in the NFC East.
Yep.
That
Alex
is correct.
Webster,
Yeah.
Big Red. The only Big
I
Red
thought
I
this
know
was a
is
hard
Nebraska.
one. I
Yeah.
thought this was a hard one.
I remember
We were
when
ready this time, man.
I remember when Andy Reid got that moniker nickname Big Red, and they was like, "It's not the first Big Red coach in the NFC East." Alex Webster from the Giants back in the day was Big Red, and yeah, I remember that.
Now, can somebody tell me the one award that Alex Webster got as a bonus question?
The one award.
Yeah, he won an award as a head coach.
I don't know that details, man.
I don't think I know that one
extra
either.
to the
He
trivia
got
question.
he got the 1970 UPI Coach of the Year.
Okay.
What
Good
is
for him.
UPI?
Go off
What is
team.
UPI? That's your bonus
I
question.
guess
It's, I'm going
the
by
AP.
Football Reference, okay?
What is
It's
Football
probably
Reference.
like it was probably that time.
United, probably. Hang on, let me look it up
It was
here.
probably that time, like during that time, their AP, like their Associated Press, like how we have AP Coach of the Year. That's probably what it was.
That's could be. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I suspect that is too, but I'm trying to find it just to answer your question. Defunct awards. There we go. Okay, UPI. UPI stands for probably United. Well, actually, I will say this: a former NFC East head coach and Super Bowl champion was the last one to win the award.
Oh,
He
was
wasn't
it?
coaching the NFC East at the time in 1996.
Oh,
And-
Switzer?
Nope.
Wait, was the Packers won in '96, didn't it?
It was not the Packers.
Or was it Denver? No.
United Press International, UPI.
Okay.
So it was a writers' award, and UPI, and it was Tom Coughlin.
Oh, Tom Coughlin.
Yes.
Yeah, with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So anyway, yeah, no. So I thought that was a harder question. I guess for the fans it was, but for you guys are the real MVP.
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that.
I know he's
All
in turn
right.
like mission failed. We'll get him next time.
So
Am I closing us out?
yes, you are. We tell the people that we are doing wide receivers next week.
All right, so we are going to be ranking wide receivers next week, guys. So make sure that you come and join us again. I just wanted to thank everybody for listening. It's always fun ranking quarterbacks, so we'll see how all of that turns out throughout the year and if we have any changes. But for right now, please make sure that you follow us on all of our socials, Facebook, X, and Instagram at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast, as well as subscribe to us on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Music. And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a like on any video that you see. 14 Rings at NFC East Podcast. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
Peace.
Adios.
Blessings. Much love.